Bioshock is one of my favorite games of all time. It has a beautiful setting, great story, and extremely fun and diverse combat. But what if you didn't want to do any combat yourself? What if you wanted everyone else to do all the work for you? Can you beat Bioshock with only companions? After surviving a plane crash, I swam to a lighthouse, got into an underwater elevator, and rode it down to the depths of the ocean to be introduced to the city of Rapture. I watched an old man get killed, exited my only form of protection, and was guided by a soothing Irish man who was my first friend out of many more to come. He immediately sent a security bot to protect me. Next was the first real enemy I had to fight, and already I had to fail the challenge. I tried my best to run past him, but my only option was to hit him with my wrench. However, I'm still going to try to do the challenge for every level after. Since my only tools were the wrench and the electro bolt, I spent the entirety of Welcome to Rapture by running past as many enemies as possible. I saw a kid get punched by a splicer, who quickly paid for it with his life. Everything else was just a running and waiting simulator until I got to Medical Pavilion. Here's where the challenge really began. The second level introduces the ability to hack turrets and security bots, which will be essential to this playthrough. I pressed a button, I flipped a switch, and now it was time to find Dr. Steinman. Before fighting him, I caught the attention of a security camera so I could hack the bots, and I made my way to my yearly checkup. He instantly insulted my appearance, and I decided to have my new bot friends kill him in return. It took some time, and he destroyed the security bots, but he was low enough health for me to lure him to the hacked turret outside. With Steinman's key, I made my way to Neptune's bounty. But before that, I had to encounter my first real challenge, fighting a Big Daddy. With the hacked turrets and security bots, this wasn't too hard, but it definitely took some time. After this, I made my way to Neptune's bounty. Here's where the challenge got significantly easier. There was a gene bank, which allowed me to get all the plasmids necessary. I quickly hacked 2 turrets and made my first living friend in the form of Big Daddy. He followed me around and protected me as we made our way to Peach Willikins. I was attacked by a splicer, but Peach was nice enough to send me a bot to help. I then appreciated this guy's face and met up with my Big Daddy acquaintance. I found an imposter of him and we made him pay. However, the other Big Daddy was stronger and my friend was killed. However, I hacked a turret to finish the job for me. Next, I became Peter Parker, taking pictures of any Spider-Man I came across. I tested out the enrage plasmid, drank everything in this bar, and took my last picture. On the way back to Peach, I found a guy trying to hack a turret, which is my thing, so I made him regret his life choices and performed a sacred ritual on his body. I found a new Big Daddy friend who escorted me to Peach. If Bioshock 2 is the game you play as a Big Daddy, this challenge simulates becoming a little sister, and I must say it's quite nice. I said goodbye to my pal, but got attacked, which caused him to go on a rampage. I knocked on Peach's door, who took my weapons and ambushed me. Immediately I hacked a security camera and waited for a turret to come out to quickly hack that as well. With my new friends and the security bullseye plasmid, we made quick work of the betrayer, and I once again performed the ritual. I walked downstairs and got attacked by 2 splicers, who I enraged and left to fight each other. It was now off to Neptune's bounty. Here I got flashbanged by farmers, hacked a turret, and said hello to Atlas's family, who were for some reason silent. I then pressed a button, got ambushed by splicers who I mostly ran past and enraged, and watched as Atlas's family blew up. I was now off to Arcadia. Here I saw some shadow puppets, hacked a turret, and got cancelled by a random lady. I then found a Big Daddy who I convinced to be my friend. I named him Arthur. Next, I tried to find him a friend in the form of a turret, but he didn't like it very much. So instead I tried to find a second Big Daddy to befriend, but they refused. Andrew Ryan poisoned all the trees, so we went to see a plant lady. But while she spoke to us, I noticed Arthur wouldn't look at me, probably due to his sadness of being denied by the other daddy. Because of this, we found him again to ask once more. But he refused, quite rudely. This only meant one thing: death. Arthur, of course, was superior and was victorious over the bully, but he was in very bad shape. I decided to wait with him until our friendship ended so he could be away from conflict. But this Karen didn't like our friendship and attacked me. Arthur, being the loyal companion he was, defended me, but at the cost of his own life. I here decided that no challenge mattered, and I enacted my revenge against this horrible being. I hope you understand. I then mourned the loss of my comrade and continued alone. I found a flower for Arthur's grave, went back to Poison Ivy, who this time let me in her office, but Ryan also didn't like friendship and decided to kill her. I next had to develop a cure to the trees and was off to the farmer's market. I hacked a turret, allied with a Big Daddy, found some water, found some bee spit, and watched two splicers on a date. I went back to Arcadia to cure the trees. This guy did a sick roll, and now it was time to defend the office. This portion was quite easy since there are many turrets, security bots, and Big Daddies to have my back. Once we were done, I played with some corpses and was on my way to Fort Frolic. Here, Sandra Cohen confiscated my bathysphere and made me watch a piano performance. I then was tasked with killing 3 men and taking their pictures. I got frozen by this one, who then ran away. I used some security bots to take him out, but it was quite annoying since he would teleport often and confuse the AI. I photographed his body and was off to find the rest. I made friends with a bouncer, found this woman, and chased after my next victim. He kept running away, which made it very hard for the bouncer since he only had his drill. We chased him all the way back to the concert hall, and then all the way back to where we came from. And then I developed a technique to stop him from running and allow for the bouncer to take him out easily. I took my picture and went to Rapture Records. Again, I used the same strategy, except this time with security bots. I took my last picture and made my way back to Cohen. I posted all the pictures, but Cohen then sent his goons to fight/dance with me. The bouncer easily dealt with them. And Cohen came to greet us. We looked at the art, and Cohen offered me a gift. However, the gift contained nothing, so I decided to end his life. The Big Daddy and bots easily took care of him. I then took a bunch of photos of my Big Daddy friend, since he was looking particularly badass. We said goodbye, and I was on my way to Hephaestus. Pretty much the same stuff happened here. I hacked some turrets, pressed the button, created lore-accurate rapture, and befriended a Big Daddy. I stopped this little sister from running just because I thought it was funny, watched a slapping match, and found a bomb. The materials needed were easy to find and just required some backtracking, and then I was ready to finish it. I then brought my buddy with me to pour some lava into water, and was on my way to blow up Rapture. I had lost too many friends in this terrible place, so I might as well just destroy it. However, the bomb only turned off the lights, and I went on my way to Ryan's office. In the control center, Ryan stated he also wanted to blow up the city, so I went to his office to form an alliance. However, Ryan didn't want my friendship so much that he forced me to kill him. I was then forced to stop the self-destruct and learn that my longest compatriot Atlas no longer wanted to be my friend. I was then rescued by some little sisters and resuscitated by Tenenbaum. I stole this little sister's candy bars, and saw this one completely failing at hopscotch. I tried my best to teach her, but she was beyond saving. Next, my goal was to get my ex-friend out of my head. I once again hacked some turrets, befriended a Big Daddy, and hacked more turrets. I found the first potion, but it made all my plasmids act up. Because I couldn't consistently use my abilities to make new friends, I ran through Apollo Square until I found the second potion. Next, I was off to Point Prometheus to convince Atlas to take me back. He ran away, and my new goal was to become a Big Daddy. To do this, I hacked more turrets, befriended another Big Daddy, and put on some perfume. Then I found a voice changer, the Big Daddy suit of armor, and lastly, this helmet that makes me want to throw up. I chilled with my now fellow Big Daddy, said goodbye to my brother, and recruited a little sister to help me. We went to Proving Grounds, where I found this splicer who didn't seem to mind me at all, so I let her live. The rest of this level was quite trivial due to the many turrets and security cameras along the way. The hardest thing was keeping the little sister alive, but I simply stood in front of her and took the incoming damage. I then tried to make friends with this Big Daddy, but failed, and was forced to have my security bots take him out. Now it was time to get my revenge on that Irish backstabber. I quickly rearranged my tonics and plasmids, stocked up on healing and Eve, and was on my way to the toughest part of this challenge. I stuck Atlas with a needle, and then spent a lot of time running around to figure out how to beat the first phase. I thought all hope was lost and the challenge was over, until I found these barrels. When exploded, they could do a significant amount of damage, so I only had to get him to stand next to them after blowing them up. However, he would often blow them up from a distance, and after running out of barrels, I was forced to try again. Next time, with this strategy in mind, as well as using telekinesis to stop his incoming fire from destroying the barrels, I got him to charge into them and defeated his first phase. The next phase was much easier, as he sent security bots to help him. Little did he know that security bots liked me more, and I slowly but surely defeated him. I stuck him with a needle once again, and was on to the final phase. Here I used enrage against the splicers he threw at me, but this often led to them killing each other rather than fighting Atlas. When it was down to the last splicer, he finally was able to help me, as I stood in front of Atlas to make sure he didn't kill him. After a while, he got smarter and targeted the splicer with ranged attacks. I body blocked most of them, but eventually got sloppy and the last splicer was killed. With no more options, I reloaded the save once more and repeated the process. First needle, explosion. Second needle, security bots. Third needle. This time, I had more security bots left over from the second phase to help me. Enrage also seemed to work a little better, and after a little while, the final blow was struck. I injected the needle into him one last time, and successfully beat the majority of Bioshock with only companions. I think this is as appropriate of any time to say it was not about the journey, but about the friends we made along the way. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you if you stuck around to the end. I hope it made you happy, made you cry, and most importantly, inspired you to make friends so they can do all your work for you.